want to show you something here. 2 Kings chapter 4, and I'm going to give you some scriptures because I want you to understand that nothing happens without our faith in God. And it takes our faith in God to walk out, to step out and do things that we would not normally do. Here in 2 Kings chapter 4, there was a woman. She was a woman of the wives of the prophets. She came unto Elijah and said, my husband is dead, and thou knowest that thy servant did fear the Lord, and the creditor is come to take unto him my 2 sons to be bondmen. And Elijah said unto her, what shall I do for thee? Tell me. See, her husband was a prophet. They knew God. Things, we might think, well, only people who don't tithe, people who don't give an offering, they're the only ones with problems. Well, you can give your tithes, and you can give your offering, and there could be still obstructions in your life. Okay, this has nothing to do with your tithing. And I'm convinced, fully convinced, that anyone who doesn't tithe, they're under the curse. So this is not the tithe, this is not the offering, this is a seed. If you have a need and you want to break that need, that cycle of need in your life, the Lord says he needs you to sow a seed. This woman, the woman was a wife of a prophet. Her husband died and he left her with a lot of responsibilities. She needed a breakthrough. She needed to leave an inheritance for her children. She didn't need to see them in prison. She didn't need to see them on the streets. She didn't need to see them naked and hungry. She didn't need to see them starving. You know what she didn't do? She didn't need to say, she didn't need to run to find any man or any old man to come to her house and look after her children. She went to God and said, Father, I have a need. The prophet said to her, what do you have in your house? What she said, I have nothing in my house, save a pot of oil. What did she have in her house? All she had was a pot of oil. All the other woman had was a little meal. And the prophet dared to ask her for it first. Now here's a woman who trusted the word of the prophet. That's all it is. Believing God, it's just words. I'm not going to come to you and show you something. You see, faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word. This is why I'm going to take you to the scriptures. I'm going to show you that if you can believe God and take God at his word and walk by faith and not by sight and go beyond your limits, you have put limitation on your lives. You have said, this is how much I'm going to give. This is when